Alright guys, back on the dirt bike, riding the KTM 500 EXCF. Been a minute since we've been out on this thing. Pretty excited. Dualsport life. Yeah, I hope to incorporate more of these types of videos in my life. I just miss this stuff. Can't just be a track guy all the time. Don't get me wrong, I do love riding track, but more to life than riding track. It's going to be kind of a longer video. I'm going to basically show you most of the day on this one. From the time I left my house, getting up to John's Peak, doing some laps, hitting some trails, and finish her out with a little bit of road ride on the way home. Yeah, you have to forgive me. I just haven't been a woods guy at all lately. Really been neglecting the Dualsport. You'd think with all the bikes I have, I would be riding dirt bikes all the time, but that doesn't seem to be the case. I seem to have to work for a living, which is silly. And then after work, you know, there's only so much energy left in the old body. And yeah, you know, by the time I eat dinner, and I get a little lazy. I have to admit, I get a little lazy. Got stuff to do around the house. Yeah, here we are, Cabin Trail on the 500. Pretty chewed up, especially for this bike that has such soft suspension. It's so plush. It does chew a lot of this stuff up, but man, it doesn't take too many of these accelerating or braking bumps to cause her to be running pretty low on the stroke. Excuse me. Oh, this is so fun. I definitely need to spend more time with it. Gotta keep those skills up, you know what I'm saying? You know, what little skills I have of riding in the woods. You gotta keep working on it. Make it happen. Dirt was pretty good. It rained pretty good the day before, and this place soaks it up pretty good, especially those early rains. This granite, you know, you don't get a lot of standing water. It doesn't get slippery, but the traction in this granite section actually gets better. Gets better with moisture.
Way too much air pressure.
What he said. I'm still running 15 psi in the tires, so that does negate some of the amazing traction that I have. And these tires are obviously ran on the street a bit, so they're not in really, they're actually horrible condition. Time to put new rubbers on these guys. Still a section of Cabin Trail. Just show you some bits and pieces of all these trails. Otherwise this video would be so long. So very long. Nobody wants that.
Oh yeah.
KTM ran flawlessly. No complaints. He did exactly as I expected her to do. Normally I have a small toolkit I keep with me in my backpack. And I had forgotten that and realized that I had forgotten my toolkit right around here somewhere. And you always think about that when you think of it. If you get one flat tire, it's a real struggle to get home.
Still out of practice in the woods, man. Traction's not bad.
But anyhow, that's a mistake I try not to make very often. And luckily I didn't have to pay dearly for that on this ride, but super fortunate every once in a while. Not that I come really all that prepared anyways. Like I said, small toolkit. I don't even carry an extra tube usually. Right now I'm carrying
pretty rutted out.
Carrying most everything on my back, so
whew, I'm getting tired.
I bet you are, old man. Yeah, this was a Thursday ride after work. Got off work a little bit early.
That'll be it for cabin trail.
Had an appointment and ended up getting off early. It was a kind of a quick last minute decision to grab the bike and head on out. Of course, now that's all I can do. Ride my bike. Up in the roof. Cabin trail, we move on to trail 7.
Trail 7.
That's what I just said. Trail 7's a fun one to just kind of let loose on and rip. It's kind of nice being up here on a weekday, kind of late in the evening. There's nobody in the parking lot. There's one other guy in the parking lot. You know, that makes it better because you don't have to worry about smacking into people. You don't forget that that's always a possibility, but you come up on a Saturday or a Sunday like we normally do, and it's packed up here. Even as big as this place is, you're definitely going to find other people. I'm actually intentionally practicing using the clutch a little more on this. I noticed I made note the other day track riding that I don't use the clutch on my 450 a whole lot. And yeah, I'm working on it. Into a little bit of single track.
Ooh, that was quicker. Caught me off guard.
It's a fun little section here. It's definitely been a while since I've been out here on this big heavy bike,
especially.
Single
track in here.
Not that it's that big and heavy, but it feels big and heavy in the woods.
On this big old heavy man, I am out of wood shape.
I was just talking about that. That's funny. Like we're thinking the same thing. This is, of course, what I call single track course. And yeah, it's one of my go-to places to spend some laps. This was more of an exploration ride, just to kind of back out here and remember how to ride in the woods a little bit. Just a different type of workout.
Whoa!
Well, it sure doesn't look like I'm going very fast, but I know I was trying to go a little bit. Yeah, back to the clutch thing. These hydraulic clutches I just don't get a good feel for. So it's really hard to find that point where they're, you know, they're kind of either on or off, I feel. I just have more feel with the cable clutch. And I really notice it on my KX450. I just don't, I'm never slipping the clutch trying to get the RPMs up or create traction. I need to work on things like that to get better. You know, professional riders get a new clutch after every moto practically. I can run a clutch for the life of the bike. So I gotta be doing something wrong. Yeah, my 04 KX250 has a stock clutch switch. It doesn't get ridden a lot, but still, that's a long time. KX450 2024 has 22 hours on it, stock clutch. That was a bit of a work. Needless to say, I'm going to have this clutch burn out by the end of the day. I think this is part of Trail 2. Maybe this is Trail 25. I think this is 25. I'm supposed to go left there to stay on it, but I didn't. But this is 25. I don't know. 25 is either a real short section or I haven't found the whole thing yet. No, it's hard to tell, but I am slipping the heck out of the clutch right.
Top of the world right here.
Not a bad view there. Now we're going to turn around and try to run
25, huh? What's this? Oh, this is loose. Let's see if we can stay on this trail.
That was the plan.
To lose it all the time.
See if I can stick to the plan.
All right, here's where we lost her. Push in the front. Two. That all there was to 25?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's it. Now we're
so
on trail
confused.
again.
Because this is all new, I think.
No, it's not. It's been a lot.
Maybe not. 23 is maybe that way. I don't know.
Trail 2 is like the main trail right out of the prairie. It's a fun trail. It's pretty basic, but it's got some good flow to it. I don't ride her too much because, like I said, usually it's a weekend when I'm up here and I get pretty convoluted with people up here.
Trail 2, a great beginner trail, but it's still fun.
I just said that.
Especially if there's not a lot of people up here, so you don't have to worry too much about smacking into somebody. Still have to use caution.
This is still Trail 2, if you couldn't tell. Boy, we are fortunate here in Southern Oregon to have a place like this right everything. Big shout out to the MRA. If you're not a member of the MRA, consider it. Because it just helps put money back into a place like this. Good for everybody. They've done a lot of work up here. Yeah, it's pretty nice. New little pavilion. Whatever it's called. Little covered area with picnic tables and stuff. It's pretty cool.
That scared me, guys. Unexpected. Southern Trail. Here we go.
Southern Trail's always a fun one. We usually do it at least one fall up here.
Come on. A fun trail. I haven't been on it in a while.
Because you don't ride woods anymore. Another trail that's not too difficult. Have a couple switchbacks in it that are a little bit tricky if you're not paying attention, but once you know they're there, they're not bad. But yeah, it's a fun one. Struggle bus.
One way to burn out a clutch.
Yeah, that was because I'm working on the clutch skills. Doesn't mean you don't want to shut down still. But I'll probably make a couple videos from this ride. This one, which is just kind of a mishmash of everything. Then I'll make a couple of just Sutter Trail, or one of Sutter Trail, maybe Trail 7. Something like that, anyhow. Of the complete trail. Probably with way less talk.
Oh. Trail 3.
Yeah, I forgot about this one. A section of Trail 1. This isn't all of Trail 1. Trail 1, which is kind of the boundary trail. It's kind of a high-speed double track trail for the most part.
Trail 1.
So I am still enjoying the Osmo Action 5. Still struggling with how well it works on my Windows-based computer as far as getting the footage off of the camera. It's just weird. When I first got it, when I first got the camera, I would just plug it in, and basically the Photos app would open up, and I could download the files off of it, no problem. And then, I don't know, after 4 or 5 times using it, just decided it was not going to do that anymore. I have to pull them off a little different way, and can't really watch the footage at all unless I put it into my editing software. It's weird. I will say GoPro definitely beats DJI when it comes to their files.
Alright. Jump back on Trail 7 here.
GoPro has a little easier file numbering system, I think. It's easier to keep track of the footage. Plus, as soon as you download the footage from your GoPro, it just kind of goes into separate dated files for when the footage was taken. DJI does not do that. It's not, to my knowledge, not the way I'm doing it anyhow. And it's not a big deal, it's just a little harder to keep track of your footage. And if you don't delete the previous footage and you put this stuff in the same file, it can get pretty complicated figuring out where your footage is at. GoPro has its own file, it's all under GoPro, and then it's broken down into different files from that by the date that the footage was taken. As far as I can tell, that's not the way DJI does it. You kind of have to do it yourself. And it's not a big deal, I just haven't quite got that figured out to make it easier for me. I end up with all my footage in one file, and the numbering system is very troublesome to figure out, so kind of hard to explain this. You just have to trust me. A lot of things I like about the DJI. To my eyes, I still like the way the color profile is on the GoPro, I think. I don't know, sometimes the DJI I think looks better, and sometimes the GoPro looks better. They're both really good. That's awesome. You're all set? But anyhow, we have just a few minutes left in this video, so I think I'm going to sign off for now and maybe start working on another one. So, if you watch this far, I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Until the next one, I'm out.
Yeah, good time. How come we're not moving, sirs?